Welcome to Carowinds. I am here today at Carowinds, between the border of North Carolina and South Carolina. Actually, right now, I'm walking right in between the two. I cannot wait to see all that this park has in store for us today. It seems like such an exciting place, and I've never been here before, so this is my chance to try out something new, get to know one of the other parks in the Cedar Fair chain. I've never been here before, so I am planning on trying to enact all the things that I've talked about for Cedar Point for here, because most of you guys are coming into Cedar Point somewhat blind. You've watched a few of my videos, but that's all you've been able to do before coming in because you haven't seen the park itself. That's exactly it here. I've done just a little bit of research. Thank you, Theme Park Predictions. And also I have done a little bit of, like scoping out the maps because I'm a big map guy. So I've been able to check out Google Earth and stuff like that just to see what Carowinds is actually like. So I am so excited. The music is pumping me up right now and I can't wait to get in and see what Carowinds has in store. So I hope you're ready. I hope you're excited, and let's go. Well, good morning, everybody. Man, I never claimed to be an expert packer or anything, but look at how wrinkled this is. I guess I'm just gonna wear it. Who cares? I'm at a theme park, right? Are people really gonna be like, oh my word, sir, clutching their pearls? I can't believe how wrinkled your shirt is. Okay, it's not that bad, especially not for a theme park. My dad is ashamed right now. All right, it's time for breakfast. All right, so we have some yogurt, some other things that may be needed, also some coffee, some sort of meat, I'm not sure what that is, and then sausage and eggs. Okay, this looks delicious. I'm shaking. I'm ready to eat. I'm not gonna have any this morning, but there are also waffle makers here. Different kinds of bread. You can toast your bread and then add some, butter. There's butter in the refrigerator, or peanut butter, apple jelly, and grape jelly. I'm trying to eat healthily and simply while I'm here, so this is very high protein and very low calorie. Maybe it's not low calorie, it's low carb. See, now yesterday has me second guessing myself now because I got in trouble. I mean, not huge trouble, but I was told to leave the premises when the gates were down, and the gates are down. So I'm like, I want to get there early. It opens at 9 o'clock, but how early is too early? And at what point am I trespassing on private property? I really am a good guy at Carowinds. All right, here I am. Such a different feeling from Cedar Point. If you are driving into Carowinds, this front section here, all the way down, is preferred parking. And then also, of course, handicapped parking. Look at how few rows of cars are in here right now. But I do see a lot more cars going down to the front gates. Hello! Hello, good morning!
I do love your colorful shirt.
Thank you. I love your colorful dress. What?
Thank you so very much. I made it myself. What are you going to do today?
Oh, I've never been here before, so I'm just gonna see. Yeah, I'm so excited.
Your first time exploring. Where
My
are you
first time.
From?
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Oh, that is so far away.
It is, but I'm on spring break. Oh, yes. Yeah. I took all the rivers and then I walked by foot from there. Yeah.
Right, so very nice.
Yeah, that's the way it works, right?
You hope you have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
To check out Fury. Have you ever heard of Fury?
I have heard of Fury and I'm really excited to try it. Yes.
I hope you enjoy.
Thank you.
It should be so much fun.
You guys made my day.
Before it starts to rain, because the salt in the face don't feel it.
Yes. That was a fun way to start. I had some character interactions. Well, I am definitely excited for this. Let's see what happens. As you can see, the line is like nothing. So
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad.
Okay. So now we actually have to line up here until it's time for us to go in.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad, chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back, I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me, ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact, give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back.
There are not that many people behind me, and I'm kind of amazed. However, I think I'm gonna go straight to the right because I see some bigger rides to the left. Remember, my tip is that you do not hit the things that you see right at the very beginning. So I'm gonna walk toward the back. I honestly don't know that I can go wrong right now though. I don't know. I might be in early enough. I might go straight to Fury. I don't know where I'm going though. Love the music. It sounds very classic theme park. I probably just lost some time, but I'm gonna follow the crowd because there's not gonna be that many people here. So for now, hit the things I can quickly. I have a feeling it's a Thursday, most people have to work. I'm not gonna lie, there is that like pressure of seeing everybody else, that peer pressure thing, seeing everybody else go someplace, especially when you're brand new to it and you don't know any better. I just want to go where other people are headed because that seems reasonable to me, right? But yeah, like Fury has no line right now, so why not hit it first? Yep, guys, there is nobody here. This is a straight walk on, but we'll see if I run into issues later on today. Oh, I'm not even waiting for one. Oh my word, guys. Kind of nervous. Hey everyone, Future Trent here. Please press that subscribe button if you have not yet. We will be still having like 3 more days here at Carowinds. There's plenty of content for you guys. And also, I'll be going to Kings Island, Cedar Point, probably Michigan Adventure. There's going to be all kinds of different places that we are going to go this year. Mostly, I'll be going to Cedar Point. That is just our bread and butter. We love Cedar Point on this channel. So also, if you have a specific question about Cedar Point, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what that question is. I'd love to hear from you guys. Now back to the normal stuff. All right, guys, I cannot believe that ride exists because it's so much fun. We just got a double feature. So I got on the very first ride of the day for Fury. And as soon as I was done with the very first ride for the day, the ride operator said, if you don't see anyone coming to your right, then you can just stay on. And at first I started to get off because I thought it's not really the best way to use my day, but it is not a busy day at all. Like Fury still does not have a line other than more than maybe 5 people right outside the queue or right outside the loading dock. But that ride, I have never experienced a ride that was more just smooth, stable, fun, and just exhilarating. You know, it's just pure exhilaration. For me, as much as I like Steel Vengeance still has like a terrifying factor to it. This does not. It's just pure exhilaration. And there are a couple of moments where there are some drops that you come into from like an angle or you go into them from an angle. Again, very similar to kind of the same idea as Steel Vengeance, but it's executed in such a more smooth and just perfect way. I can't get over it. That is going down as one of my absolute favorite rides that I have ever ridden. I might put it, actually I think I would put it at a higher ranking than Steel Vengeance for me. Okay, now at this point, especially with the way this morning seems to be, since that had so few people in it, I'm just gonna kind of walk around the park and explore and ride rides as I see the entrances to them. I don't have a crowd of people to follow anymore, so I'm just gonna go wherever it seems reasonable to go. So there are some rides like this one that are not even open yet. which is confusing to me. But I have heard that this is a ride I shouldn't ride anyway. I still will if I can at some point this week. So at this point, I'm just walking around looking for a ride that is currently open. And I hope I don't get like completely turned around and head back where I came from. Okay, another ride that is not open yet. I just saw this red ride running. I mean, if there was a day when I should come to the park and, you know, for the first time and just try things out, this is that day. Definitely, this is that day. I'll be interested to see what Friday, Saturday, and Sunday will be like, because I have a feeling that there will be a lot more people here at that point. But for right now, I'm gonna enjoy the virtually crowdless situation that I'm in right now. And I think next, I'm gonna ride Vortex. The problem is, I might have just peaked on the day, because now every other ride may not feel nearly as exciting as that one did. Oh no, it's a stand-up coaster. Straight miserable. Oh, I have a headache real bad after that. I already had a headache. I think it's from the weather. As I got off, the ride operator said, "Thank you for riding Mantis." And that's exactly what it felt like. It's been a hot minute since I've ridden a standing coaster, and that was Mantis. And that would have been like when I was in high school. It didn't hurt my man parts this time. It hurt my head. They did tell you, you know, to kind of bend your knees a little bit, and then to stand up straight. So I did that, but then, oh my word, it hurts really bad. It was the corkscrew right there at the end that hurt the most. But yeah, the entire time it was just banging my head back and forth. I tried a couple different positions. I put my head forward a couple times, backwards. I have pretty decent instincts at this point on what to do with my head in order to make sure that it doesn't hurt. But this hurt anyway. So yeah, definitely not the most fun ride that I could have gone on. Science experiment with Melinda Model and Percy Proof. Despite the door being open, Chickies and Pete's is not actually open. Doesn't seem like a lot of things are open. Okay, I found a place where I can get some water. Wow. Well, I just took like a break over by the bathrooms because it was like, I just don't feel good. Oh, doesn't that just look awful? Well, first of all, we have the Carolina Harbor Water Park here. But I don't think you can enter in through there. But then also we have this. This is looking kind of Maverick-like. Am I actually heading to an Intamin coaster? Because this looks like I'm headed to an Intamin coaster. I think Theme Park Predictions did say not to ride the ride that I just rode. Which, I forget what it's called. But anyway, I think they were right. Apparently, I'm not supposed to come in here. Turn back now, we ain't kidding. This does look like a fun ride. Let's see what it's like. I do love the theming. And you get a little view of the water park. Guys, this Copperhead Strike is a blast. It actually did kind of revive me a little bit. Make sure everything that you have is like super, super tight in your pockets. Because I'm glad I didn't lose anything, but man, like you could easily lose stuff. It sets the tone right away. Right as you come out of the loading bay, you immediately do a very, very slow barrel roll or heartline roll, something like that. But oh my word, they are, then right after that, you're just going straight into like this big thing. Like they really hang you off the top of that inversion for a while. So like that's kind of the theme of it. It's like every time you go through an inversion, you end up hanging in that inversion. So if you have anything that's loose, it's gonna fall out pretty easily. Oh, I still don't feel good. I still feel sick. We may end up going back for a bit of a nap, but we're gonna try to hit like all of the biggest coasters before we do that. Because right now, lines are so low, I can get into pretty much anything that I wanna get into without really a wait at all. This is a great way for me to kind of get to know the park a bit better. And then when I come tomorrow, I'll be able to know everything. But if I wanna leave to take a nap after I've ridden, you know, 1 or 2 more rides, that'd be 5 rides in like, I don't know, like 2 hours, something like that. And not just little rides, like big rides. Also with taking some time in between to film each ride and things like that. So far I'd say we're doing really, really well. I am very surprised at the lack of people here. I mean, it's spring break. It's spring break in North Carolina and South Carolina, I guess both, but either way, I would think we'd have tons of people here, but that is not the reality that I am finding. So it is also a pretty cold day today, and maybe that's also kind of holding some people off. You know what? I could go kind of through the middle here. Might be worth it for this yellow ride. I'm not sure what the yellow ride is. I'm sure there's so many of you guys watching this, you're like, it's, I don't know, whatever the name is. You're just shouting at me through the screen like, Trent, you idiot. This doesn't look like it's running either. It does look like that path still goes through, but I'm just not gonna go through right now. I'm gonna make it all the way around the perimeter. It looks like there's like a prairie town, frontier town kind of an idea over here. Okay, so maybe it just doesn't matter right now, but I am not noticing any like posted wait times anywhere throughout the park. So I don't know if that has to do with just not having long waits right now at all, or if it has to do with having with it just being a different park and like they never have really long waits, so they never post wait times. I guess right now, I don't know that I've really been looking for wait times either. Boo blasters. No wait at all. All right, they will come and put your, they will come and put your lap belt down, or you can put it down also. Woo, it's loud. All right, I better get shooting. It's not very specified. If I just hit even close to it, it seems to work. This is very similar to Kings Island. Like, I want the blasters to make noise. Some of them are harder to get to work than others. I really would like to know when I'm actually hitting something. Ooh, it's the Tim Curry piano from Beauty and the Beast 2 or whatever. Here's the gun too. Doesn't make any noise. Nothing, it's silence. Ooh, it's the final boss. All right, so Boo Blaster was great and actually was just what the doctor ordered for me. I definitely needed just a little bit of a relaxation time there. So being able to go through that was nice. I could deal with that. It is starting to sprinkle a little bit and it's making me wonder if I want to do like dodge them. What I'm really gonna go for is one more coaster right now. I'm gonna try to make it one more hour in the park, then eat, and then I'm gonna head out back to my hotel after that. Actually down here, I also see the 3Z Arena, and I think that is zombies. I may likely go do that in just a few minutes here. Especially it is. And even Afterburn is running half full trains. I mean, just look at how empty that walkway is. Now they did have someone here telling us which road to go to. They do have bins here also for you to use, put your stuff in. Today I'm not talking about how much time each of these is gonna take because I don't think that this is representative of the park. Okay, so Afterburn is on the books and it was a really fun ride. It also does give me a headache. As long as there isn't a horrible line, I'll go to the Warfare Garden, or Garden Warfare 3Z Arena. In all fairness, this is something that is severely lacking from Cedar Point. I would love to have some sort of like digital experience that you could do at Cedar Point rather than I mean, everything that we have right now is all physical. So it's kind of nice being able to do something that's a little bit more highly themed and fun like this. Do I look cool? I laugh because I know the answer to that question.
To the excruciatingly fun hunt for the golden gnomes. Aim! Let them know!
I didn't really think about this not helping me to not feel sick. All right, so you exit through the front row doors. At this point, I think it's gonna start raining more. It is misting quite a bit right now. And I think it's fairly close to lunchtime. Yeah, 10:56, so 4 minutes to go find a Chik-fil-A or something where I can grab some food. So that's what my plan is gonna be. I'm gonna go grab some food from a restaurant somewhere. Whoa, okay, I'm not doing that. No, thank you, sir. Although I guess they have harnesses on. I might do that. That is not your normal pirate ship, though. Today is the perfect day for a sinus headache. I'm going into Chick-fil-A right now to grab some lunch. At this point, I've done 7 rides, and I've only been here for 2 hours and now for 20 minutes because I just took a little bit of a break. So Chick-fil-A it is. We're gonna grab an early lunch, just like I always tell you guys to, but I don't know if it'll make a big difference today. Okay, so I do not have the meal plan. I did try to figure out how to do the meal plan earlier today, but it kept saying that I had a duplicate number. So I'm gonna try to get it again. Sometimes you try to eat early and it just doesn't work. And that was right now. So it's about noon now. I had to call my bank. I had an issue with buying the pass, but now I have finally gotten the pass and it is on my Platinum Pass for the meal plan. So now I can go get in line and see what I can do. One thing I will say for this Chick-fil-A in particular is I do love all of the indoor seating that is available here. That's pretty cool to me. The line is much longer, but I mean, it could be worse, and it's still not nearly like Cedar Point level line. All right, when you get your Chick-fil-A meal, it actually comes like really fast. Like, they were very speedy. I think they're more speedy about making the meal than they are about getting your order taken, which is kind of the opposite of Cedar Point. You have to make sure that you keep your receipt once you are done with your meal, because that's the only way that they know whether you have paid for your meal or if you have gotten a drink at the end. So they also give you these small cups, but that is perfect for me. This is pop, small cups for pop. That's perfect for me because too much carbonation hurts my stomach anyway. So just a little bit of that is really nice. So that's not really any issue for me. The meal plan costs $174.78, I think. I think that's what it was. I have a picture of it. I'll put it right in here. That means that meal was $174 for me. But every meal after this will get much, much, much less. And we'll go through it throughout the season. Because I bought the Platinum Pass meal plan, every single place I go, whether it is Kings Island, Carowinds, Cedar Point, or any other place, it will continue to go down. So I won't have to pay for food at any place that I go, which is part of the perks of this vacation because I have a free breakfast and then I get to eat while I'm here at the park from here on out. So let's go. We are headed through Camp Snoopy right now. Thinking the observation tower is going to be the first thing we do when we come back in. That is an empty train. All right, so let's try Intimidator. This will be the last ride that we hit on our way out of the park today. I mean, we'll come back in and we'll hit a lot more, but for right now, this is what we're gonna hit as the last part of our day. Dale Earnhardt. Yup, completely empty. This is why I'd like to hit this now. I don't want to end up with a massive line later. Today has just been like no plan at all. They are running several trains, one just left.
Welcome back, riders. How was the ride?
So no wonder why it has a short line. I like the way the seats are. Okay guys, Intimidator is such a great ride. That being said, I still don't feel that great. It was very high on the airtime. The thing with Fury is Fury kind of mitigates a lot of the airtime. With Intimidator, it doesn't do that. It actually ends up capitalizing more on the airtime. So you're going really fast up those hills, and then as you get to the very top, you're still going fast and you feel the forces trying to push you out, which when you have a sinus headache just causes like all the blood to rush to your head and it just hurt even worse. So today just isn't the best day for that, but the ride itself was really, really good. Fury definitely has more of a smooth take on it. And again, some of that has to do with the angles and the way that it mitigates some of the airtime. We're actually going to go check out the store right now for Intimidator. We're going to do a little bit of checking out all the merch options that are here also. I actually really like that. Oh, and I love the hats. Oh, those might have to be mine. I might possibly need a hat. Oh my word, I love these. Okay, this is mine right now. To not buy this would be a travesty. Okay, Carowinds, I'm loving your merch. These little cute bags too for just your odds and ends. Actually, very useful. Some cool plushes, some more plushes, squashmallows, squishmallows. How do you say it? All right, well, I found what I didn't need, but that I wanted. All right, and we are on our way out of the park just for a couple hours. Get a little bit of R&R, nurse this headache a little bit, and head out for the day. Okay, it's a little bit different than Cedar Point. The exit is over here. It's well marked. I don't know why I didn't see it. Wow. Oh my word. See, this is the kind of thing. I know Cedar Point doesn't have the space for it, but I love a big arena theater. Man, this park is just full of music, especially at the front. Just so much music that has that very old-timey theme park feel to it. I love it. Man, that is a powerful ride. Also, I saw from the top of Intimidator, the parking lot is almost empty. Like, there's very little in this parking lot. It's kind of crazy. I did notice some school groups here for music days, I believe, which is definitely cool. There's a lot of like high school kids, so that's probably the most full part of this park. But look at how empty this parking lot is. It's just crazy. This is by far the best part of the ride. Right now it's still fairly cool, but the sun keeps peeking through, and even if the sun peeks through for just a couple of minutes, it's immediately not cool anymore. So like it goes straight from pretty cool to humid, like crazy humid, which is completely fine, but look at this just ghost town of a parking lot. I mean, I'm sure this isn't usually this empty, right? Can someone in the comments confirm or deny this idea? So far, it has been 11,000 steps that I've taken. Sun's out, dad bod's out, so that's why my shirt's unbuttoned, because I keep trying to take it off and then I'm like, nope, it's going under again. Never mind. The weather going back and forth from sunny to not sunny is just a terrible thing for my sinuses. The weather doesn't know what to do, and so it puts me in a constant state of headache, new headache, and then another headache. A nap, and I just bought some extra strength Tylenol when I bought my hat. Will definitely be a good thing. It is time for a nap. Hello again, friends. Oh, the park looks beautiful. I am just waking up from my nap and have everything pretty much ready to go, except I need to finish getting dressed here. And then also I'm on my way back to the park. You know what, the sun's out. I'm just going to leave my shirt off. Because we are going back to Carowinds for the next 2 hours and a half. It's like 3:30 right now, and the park closes at 6 o'clock tonight. So I did waste, about an hour and a half, but is it really wasted if you needed, a rest because you weren't feeling well? Like, I don't think so. So we are going to go get that. I'm just making sure that I have all my cords and knickknacks, and then we will get out of here. And the glorious sun is out. I love it. I knew I'd do this as soon as I'd walk out. Like I said earlier, sun's out, dad bod's out. Sometimes the sun doesn't even need to be out for the dad bod to be out. I want to get a tan. Thank you very much. So I'm on my way now back to Carowinds. Takes about 20 minutes for me to get into the front gates. Now we are going to try to hit the other coasters that we haven't hit so far. The idea is to get a decent idea of how big the lines are for the day. So that's what we're gonna look for this time. Every other ride, and as we pass certain rides, I'm gonna do a little bit of a look-see just to see how big the lines are. It has definitely turned into a hot day. Man, that sun is beating on me, but that's good. I want it to, because I need a tan. Another thing that this park does not have is a functioning water ride. Yeah, the consistent sunshine definitely does help my headache to be quite a bit better. I'm not quite sure if this part of the video is going to be more intensive or less intensive. Am I going to try to do more rides, or am I going to try to get a beer and watch a show? I guess we'll have to see. For now, I think I'm going off to Nighthawk. As long as it's running things. I'm not sure if it is. All right, so the crowds still are bigger than they were. but not particularly huge. So we're gonna go around. I know there are 2 roller coasters in Camp Snoopy. If I can hit even one of those, I'd like to. This one doesn't seem to be open. Oh, I see someone in line. Okay, maybe we'll hit that one. So this looks almost exactly like Kings Island's kids coaster, which I've never ridden either. I don't know if they'll let me ride it just as an adult or not. And if they won't, I'm not upset by that. My daughter and I can hit this same ride at Kings Island, and I'm sure we will this year. It looks like we might be good. I've got a train full of people who are a little bit bigger than kids, so I think we might be all right. The safety harness for Kiddyhawk definitely hits you in the face quite a few times, and doesn't feel particularly good. It is pretty hard. Like it's a harder, safety restraint, and one that goes up around your ears. So if they put like cloth ones on it, probably be a little bit better. But it is a fun ride. Like I think my daughter would enjoy that, and I'll definitely take her on it. So I'll have to compare whether my experience on this is as good as the Kings Island version, or if the Kings Island version is better. Luckily, even if it hurts, it's a very, very short ride, so it's only gonna hurt for a few minutes, and then you get right off of it and you can move on to the next thing, which I think for us might actually be the Lookout Tower, because I forgot to go directly there, like I said before. There you go. You know what? I'm forgetting the observation tower once again, but you know what? I just don't care. This is too big or too small. Like I said before, I have a big head. There we go, much better. Time for the Woodstock Express. This is a very simple, not very tall wooden roller coaster. Looks like I'm gonna have to wait for one train to get on it, so let's go. There is no place to put your stuff, no boxes or anything like that. So you have to put glasses and things like that in your shirt.
Enjoy your ride on the Woodstock Express.
Okay, so that was actually pretty decent. I will say one thing. Like I said, you have to put it in your shirt. At Cedar Point, the camp counselors have to come and unlock every individual seat for all of the kids. That ride was actually substantially more smooth than a lot of like kids rides are, and it was one that was pretty easy overall. One thing I really noticed is that the back of the seats are smaller, so while it's very similar to Blue Streak, you're not going to get as much of that like hitting your head on the back of the seat as you would, especially as a little kid. When my daughter rode it, that was the day she got sick at Blue Streak. I think she may have hit her head kind of hard, and that's why she threw up. So here, you don't have to worry about that. So that's good to know for Kings Island this year. That looks like a fun ride. This kids area seems like a really nice area. There is a little bit more to this kids area though than would initially meet the eye. So back here they actually have a theater, and they have like a whole addition on the side of it where there's some additional rides and a kids like play area. Yeah, this looks like a lot of fun. What a great little play area. The nice little coaster. Man, to have 3 different kids coasters all available for only 4 kids, this is cool. And then what a cool little play area. That is great. I think there's like a walking trail back there too, but they have it closed off. Well, that is truly a fun play area, and it also looks like it is handicap accessible, which makes it even better. And here's a look at the little arena that they have also. It is only 4:28 right now, so we still have a good hour and a half left for us to do whatever we want to do in. it does look like, I forget what it was called, the yellow and blue ride. That is closed down. I heard an operator and a guest talking about it earlier. Looks like it'll be closed down possibly until August. But later on this summer, that'll open up again for you. And just in time, the observation tower is gonna meet the floor. Right as we meet the observation tower, this is the way I like to plan my days. It was not intentional at all, but it is the way I like to plan my days. So let's go check out the observation tower. I haven't been on one of these in a hot minute either. All the way up to there. So if my memory serves me well, which usually it doesn't, this is Firehawk, actually, I think. And like I said, I believe it will be closed down. We're taking this as kind of a shortcut through the middle of the park to get to the back of it. Because there is, I think, only 2 rides that I haven't ridden yet today. So as far as like coasters go, there are a lot of rides I haven't ridden beyond that. But for right now, we're gonna go hit our last 2 coasters to get them all done. Oh, there's a wooden one too that we haven't done. So maybe 3. We'll see how long they take and if we can do it. I am now old enough that I could ride the observation tower like all day long and be happy. Just listen to historic facts about Carowinds and just go up and down, up and down, up and down, walk around, do it again. I think I could legitimately do that and not have a single problem. That's not what I'm planning on doing, because who wants to watch that? So that path ends up all the way over here. And see, here's the wooden coaster. I haven't seen it run at all today though. All right, I am truly quite disoriented, but that's the ride I'm looking for. I don't know what it's called. I do know what it does, but we're just gonna have to see if we can hit it today. Once again, I haven't seen this ride run at all today, so I have no idea whether it's a viable option for us today or not. Okay, I see people on the loading dock, so I'm assuming it is a viable option. We'll have to check it out. I haven't ridden a ride like this since I was in high school. And to be entirely honest, I'm not entirely sure if I'm excited about it or not. It's called Flying Cobras. Man, it looks empty, like nobody's allowed to be in it, but I don't think that's the case. I do love the entrance. Like this is kind of a fantastic entrance. All right, well, let's try this thing out. Always choose someplace in the middle, always. That's my thought, because I'm more milquetoast than some people. does not sound fun. Well, that made me feel sick, but it's a good kind of sick because it's an after Tylenol kind of sick. If I would have ridden this before Tylenol, I would have been massively sick instead. So I think what really happens is in the winter, I just get into I'm too old for this shit kind of a situation, and then I have to come back to the parks and remind myself, like, the sun brings the youth out in me, so so I'm able to feel better and not just feel sick constantly riding these. So I really liked that ride, but going backwards is one of those things where it hurts. And it doesn't just hurt, like, it's not really that it hurts, it feels bad because it makes me feel sick. Okay, I have a couple more rides I haven't ridden yet. We may not hit all of these today, and that's okay. I don't have to hit all of them. We've got an hour left. So if I hit Ricochet, hit this corkscrew ride here, which doesn't look that fun, and then I hit the wooden ride, that may do it all for me. You know what? I'm not gonna do Ricochet yet. That's gotta be the longest line I've seen. And I see that this corkscrew ride doesn't have anybody in it. Like, they just let out a half-empty car. So okay, if that's half empty, let's go ride Cyclone. And we'll go hit the wooden coaster if it's open. I see cars just sitting there, so it may not be open. And then we will do the last ride, which will be, which will be Ricochet. Got right on. Oh, never mind. The Hurler, which is what I feel like doing right now. So the way I rode that last ride was, okay, not bad. Okay, not the worst. Ouch, that hurts. oh, that last helix at the end and the last corkscrew. It was just, both of those things were just miserable. Not the worst, and like I said, post Tylenol, I can deal with it. It's fine.
Watch out, the ride's good.
I don't really feel like being jerked around, and I know I'm gonna get jerked around. Do it for the thumbnail, Trent. Do it for the thumbnail. I have 2 more rides I need to get done. We actually have 50 minutes for us to get this done. So we should have plenty of time to get both rides done. The only problem is not throwing up in the middle of that. I'd also like to be able to get food before I leave, if it's at all possible, so that I can just, it's free, so why not get something here? All right, we are going down to the marketplace now. I actually loved that ride. That is actually a blast of a ride because it is so fast, but I feel very, very sick. I just think it's too much for my body right now. So we're gonna go get some water. I might be a little bit dehydrated. I'm wondering if maybe that's the reason why. So it's worth it to go grab a quick drink real fast. She was looking kinda dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. This is a banger. a banger from my generation, you young whippersnappers. Okay, the water also, I needed this. Come on, go play. Woo, it's windy. Whoa. So we have one more ride to hit, and it is the mousetrap ride. Once we are done with that, we're done. I think it's called Ricochet. I do love those rides. I don't think this one spins either, so it should be really nice. It's just back and forth, done. But it does seem to be the slowest loading ride. Today's not a very busy day, so I'm still not anticipating that the line will be like massive, but I do anticipate that it will be a fairly long line. So we'll go hit that soon here. I just keep on burping. I'm like little tiny you're about to throw up burps. Hurler is basically just like riding a race car around a track. Like, it's very fast, it's very low to the ground for the majority of the ride, and I really like that about it. It's a lot of very fast with highly banked turns, and I like that. I think that's really fun. I don't feel like there are enough roller coasters that do that, where you just have a lot of very low to the ground, just back and forths. Like, I would actually be really into that kind of an idea. But definitely was a good ride. It was a little bit shaky, not nearly as bad as I thought it would be. All right, one last ride, Ricochet. Yeah, I still don't see any place where there has been a time. I'll check on the Carowinds app and let's see if there are any times on there. But other than that, there are no posted wait times. This has by far been the longest wait today, and it's not even going to be bad. So far, it's been literally 5 minutes, and I feel like I've waited forever because no other line has been this long. Once this is done, I'll be going to grab some food somewhere. I'm not sure where. We'll have to figure it out in a few minutes here. But definitely, I'm excited to get done with all of these rides today. I don't feel sick right now, so that's good. That is definitely a wee kind of a ride. Wee, 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 wee. Oh, that hurts like hell. So that ride is a lot of fun. It does feel like you're gonna fall off at the very beginning part when you're going back and forth. It's like, oh, every time. At this point now, we have done every single roller coaster here at Carowinds, at least as far as I understand. And we did one other ride also in the observation tower, which I swear I will probably end up hitting that every single day because I love that ride. Vortex, on the other hand, I will never touch again with a 10-foot pole. Now we're gonna go find some place to grab some food, something relatively healthy, preferably. It is my goal to expend way more energy than I take in with my food this week. So over these 5 days, I'll really slim down real fast. And also I'm working out and going on 20,000 step walks and all that kind of stuff too. There's Papa Luigi's, but I imagine that's a pizza place. Papa Luigi's food doesn't look bad. It's just, it's not healthy. You also pay for Papa Luigi's out here. I was wondering, so I figure someone else probably is also. Oh, the Scrambler's not open. That's sad. I love this arbor here. This is really cool. I guess I'll have to look that up later because it needs me to sign in first for me to be able to do it. And I already have a Cedar Fair account, but I don't know what my password is for my Cedar Fair account. Who knows what all their passwords are? State Line Celebration. There's a Starbucks. That's probably not a place for me to eat though. Should have probably just gotten food at that last restaurant. So I guess the first restaurant that I see right now, I will grab food in. Now, if you were here, and especially if you were only spending 1 day in the park, I would recommend right now, you need to be getting in line for something bigger, whether that thing would be Intimidator or Fury 325 or even the mousetrap ride that I just rode. But these last 10 minutes are like really important for that because they'll give you the most bang for your buck. Because outside of the normal time in the park, you can be waiting in line after the park closes. As long as the line isn't just massively huge. I don't know what Carowinds' position on that is exactly, but Cedar Fair will close rides a little bit early if the lines are too long to close, reasonably on time. They'll close, up to a half hour early, not usually more than that.
Will be closing in 5 minutes. We hope you had an enjoyable day.
You just heard it. We have 5 minutes until Carowinds closes, and I see a Panda Express right up in front of me. So that's where I'm headed right now to grab something to go, and I'll just take it back to my hotel and eat it, rather than staying in the park, because there's nothing special going on in here. Hopefully Panda Express doesn't close early. I doubt they do. A nice day, I might as well sit outside. Oh, by a waterfall. Why not? Well, the disembodied voice just told me that Carowinds is closed. This is a perfect place for me to come and recap the day. We've got the falls right behind me, and it's been just such a nice evening. It didn't start out that nice today. I don't know that the restaurants here stay open as late as they do at Cedar Point. At Cedar Point, generally, after the park closes, the restaurants stay open for another little bit. But I just saw a family try to come inside and get some food, and that was even like 3 minutes before. And they were told because they didn't have a pass that they couldn't get food at that moment. Now, I don't know if that's their policy or if it's just the way the person was at the front desk. I'm not sure what it was, but they were just able to get drinks, not able to get food. So that's something to keep in mind anyway. But overall, I've really enjoyed my time here at Carowinds. You'll notice, I don't have my daughter with me, so she's on vacation right now with her mom because they are on spring break. Last year I took her to Disney World, so perfectly fine for her mom to get that time with her also. So this is just a picturesque location for me to come sit here, hang out, call my daughter, and just kind of vibe as the day ends. But as far as a recap goes, I'm pretty impressed with Carowinds, especially park operations seem to be really good. Things happen quickly, and we were able to get through lines very quickly. This wasn't a very full day, so I don't know if that's just the way things normally are, or if that's just because this is not a very busy day. I guess we'll find that out as the week continues. If things get busier, maybe just everyone's choosing to go to the beach during spring break and not to theme parks, but maybe this weekend will pick up a little bit. We'll have to see. One thing that I did notice today is that every single ride had a redundant safety harness also. I love that about this park. Cedar Point does the same thing. I think Cedar Fair is stellar with that. And after this last tragedy that happened in Orlando, I don't want to see, I don't want to ride rides that don't have a redundant safety harness if they have any kind of danger factor to them at all. I don't feel like we had much to compete with today being at Carowinds, so I do feel like there hasn't been a lot to learn. I think the one thing that's pretty clear that we learned today is that you should come to Carowinds during the spring. Early springtime, even during spring break, get over here, spend time at Carowinds. Now, the Carowinds spring break actually happens this next week. So during that, I'm not sure if we would find the same thing or not. And I am wondering if this weekend's really going to pick up because of that. I do think that coming in the springtime is a good move overall. Because I think probably just a lot of people don't come here. So maybe a little thing to learn. I don't know. You can let me know down in the comments if you're more versed at Carowinds than I am. whether that seems to be true or not. They do definitely close down when they close down. So, I mean, you have a little bit of leeway. But I finally did have someone come up to me and say, okay, it's time to go. So, he was also very nice, though, too. But we are on our way out officially for the day. And I'm very glad that I've come here. I'm excited for another day when hopefully I don't have a headache, to be able to experience the rides again and to maybe experience things at a bit more of a leisurely pace. Obviously today I went back and took a nap. I mean, that is kind of a staple of this channel, is finding a way to relax a little bit when you are at different parks. So thank you guys for watching today. I hope you found something informative, and I hope that we can get even more in-depth and in the weeds as we continue to hang out here at Carowinds over the next 3 days. So thank you guys for joining. Please press that subscribe button if you haven't, and let's go! This is actually the perfect amount of time for a day in the park with kids. Coming with kids, you know, they're not at meltdown time yet while they're here. So if they're leaving at 6 o'clock, then like you have families like this where they're happy still. And no one's just exhausted, leaning on, you know, just laying on top of dad, just like completely draped over him. $19,043 steps. Yes! I hope this time I don't get in trouble for doing it. I know it's just the first day of our Carowinds series, but what do you guys think of Carowinds? I'd love to hear from you guys down in the comments. What do you think is good? What do you not like about it as much from what you saw today? Let me know down in the comments what you think. One thing that's sad to me about Carowinds is something that Carowinds can't do anything about, and it is that there's no place for me to go, relax, take the edge off, just hang out at the end of the night, you know, put my toes in the sand. I'm obviously talking about the beach and the bars, the sandbar. I love that at Cedar Point, and it's just something that's irreplaceable. You can't do it at any other place. But for what Carowinds is, I love it. I just wish I could, you know, hang out on property a little bit longer.